Welcome back to GTD. It is Picks Thursday. College football weekend is almost here again. NFL starts tonight, but that's not important. Only college picks on this show because college football is better anyway, right,
Yep.
Keegan?
And it's our college football pick'em show. It's not our NFL talk about NFL
Correct.
show.
Because no one would watch that. Because college football is better than the NFL.
And I mean, we go to a D1 SEC school, so we're
Yes.
maybe a little biased college football.
As opposed to those D2 SEC schools.
Right. Or the NAI SEC schools that
Yes.
I grew up loving. But we have games this weekend.
We do.
So
Many.
Just go ahead and start with one of the biggest two. Georgia at number 5, Georgia at number 1, Texas.
Yes.
I'm going Tejas. They look like the best team. They are the best team. They're going to be the best team. Texas by 14.
I was going to say Texas by 14 as well. So, yeah, Texas, I think, wins this game. Georgia's been plagued by slow starts all year. I think you see that again. Texas takes advantage just in DKR, Texas' home stadium. I think Texas has got this one covered.
Yeah, I agree. And on to, and some at, I'd say after the last weekend slate we had when Tennessee was iffy against Florida, this was a huge game. And I think a lot of people would have gone back and forth with Tennessee, Alabama, especially the way Alabama's been playing. And they still may go.
Yeah, especially the way they've been losing to Vanderbilt and almost losing to South Carolina.
Yeah, well, hey, Tennessee almost dropped it to Florida. So, and Florida is way worse than Vanderbilt is this year. So, yeah, Alabama, Tennessee is the next game we're covering, if you can't tell already. I'm going Alabama. I think they're going to bounce back. I said that last time. I hope it's true this time. They have not played good football in the last 10 quarters. But I think DeBoer really takes himself seriously this week. Maybe the whole light parenting, gentle parenting goes out the window for a little bit because this is their biggest rival one of their biggest rivals of the year. So I think they're going to try and manhandle Tennessee. And I don't think they do manhandle Tennessee, but I think they win.
I tell you what, I have no idea. Because Alabama, on paper, is the much better team, but it's in Neyland. It's a 2:30 game, so it's not quite at night, but it'll finish under the lights probably. And with these two teams the last couple years, it feels different than it has beforehand. Tennessee has really improved, but this year the Tennessee offense over the last couple weeks has been frankly bad. They got shut down by Florida, who's been a terrible defense. They got shut down by Arkansas, and the Alabama defense is better than either of those two defenses. And I don't think Tennessee is going to be able to successfully contain every aspect of Jalen Milroe. I think they're a very solid defense, but I think Milroe does enough. I think Alabama wins this one.
Yeah, I think so too. And I don't think it's by Alabama by 3 or 7. I think probably 10 or more that Alabama wins by. And that's not really a biased call either. I can really see that happening just because of the talent that Alabama has and how sketchy Tennessee's offense has looked the last 2 weeks against Arkansas and Florida. But moving on away from the SEC, we have Nebraska, Indiana. Indiana undefeated.
6-0.
Picked up a JMU's head coach last year. He's doing great. Signetti doing a wonderful job. So 6-0 Nebraska. Only have one loss, not ranked, which I think maybe they should be ranked.
Yeah, I think they should be ranked.
So
I definitely rank them over Michigan right now.
Exactly. Nebraska, Indiana. Who do you have?
I have Indiana. I think they moved to 7-0. Curtis Rourke has been incredible. This is a guy that is on the fringes of kind of that top 4 Heisman right now. He's thrown for 1,752 yards, 14 touchdowns, only 2 picks. He's been incredible thus far for the Hoosiers, and I think you see him keep rolling. This is in Indiana. I think they're really going to take advantage of that. This Nebraska team, I think, is very solid. I don't think they're quite good enough to beat Indiana right now. I think you need a little bit more development from Dylan Raiola. So give me the Hoosiers to move to 7-0.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going Hoosiers as well, 7-0. I do like the player of Rourke. I think the running game with Indiana is better than Nebraska as well. So I think all those aspects, but really it's going to come down to Rourke. I mean, 6'5", 220 is a high school quarterback.
Looks good in shorts.
Pretty impressive.
The stereotypical QB model.
Exactly. So I mean, it's college football. I've said it. Better quarterback's gonna win. I think they have. I'm not gonna go out limits. I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say because that's a whole different rabbit hole. But I think Rourke's a better quarterback, and I think they beat Nebraska.
Was it a Michael Penix related tangent?
It was not a Michael Penix.
Okay, because that's what I was thinking. But anyway, let's move on to our final game pick here. It is our only ACC pick of the week. It is number 6 Miami traveling to Louisville to take on the Louisville Cardinals. Who do you have?
I have Miami.
I also have Miami.
Yeah.
I think that Cam Ward is miles better than Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck has been solid so far this year. He's actually been really good. He's improved a lot. You've seen this from some transfer QBs. They move from place to place and kind of find themselves. Looks like Shuck has done that at Louisville, but Cam Ward has been incredible thus far. Damian Martinez, Xavier Restrepo. This offense is absolutely loaded for Miami, although definitely a trap game. I think this is closer than people think. I think Louisville turns Miami over a couple times. I think Miami does just enough to win, though.
Yeah, but Cam Ward, he's got 20 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks great. I don't. The Louisville, their rushing game is miles better than Miami's, but it doesn't matter when you have Cam Ward. You're not really trying to hand the football off a bunch, like Louisville has throughout the season. So yeah, I'm taking Cam Ward to ride it. I mean, he's a top 3 Heisman contender right now. He looks like a top 3 Heisman contender. I don't see him dropping to Louisville. I really don't see him turning the ball over a whole lot to Louisville either. I don't think it's a trap game at all. I think Miami goes to Louisville and takes care of business. But I am very glad you brought up trap games because I have a trap game of the week. Brand new segment I'm introducing. LSU, Arkansas. Arkansas is beating LSU.
I completely agree.
That is my
I
trap
completely
game.
agree.
Trap game of the week.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I completely agree with that. Arkansas at home. They looked very underrated all season. I like this team a lot. LSU has really struggled defensively, and if you can let Arkansas open the offense up, they're going to shut you down.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. I love that pick. I completely agree with that. But my trap game of the week, since you're introducing this, is Notre Dame traveling to Atlanta to take on Georgia Tech.
Ooh,
that is my trap game of the week.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that one's. I could see it, but Georgia Tech has not played at the level I thought they're going to play at this year.
They haven't because Haynes King has been banged up and hurt.
Yeah.
I think they win regardless. I like this Georgia Tech team.
I don't think Notre Dame drops another game like this season. They've already had one. All right. I don't think they drop 2. That's maybe.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's not in Northern Illinois. They're a lot better.
But that may be hopeful. I mean, look, if it happens, it happens. But
yeah,
I'm not saying there's not a chance it doesn't happen. I just don't really see
Notre Dame has been beating the brakes off teams, to be fair. Yeah. Purdue and Stanford. So we'll see what happens. But that is it for GTD picks this week. Make sure to tune in next week on Tuesday with the full pod. If you haven't seen this week's full pod, that'll be this past Tuesday. It'll be on YouTube. Go check it out and enjoy.
We got a bumper.
Yes, we do have a bumper. You'll see that on the podcast on Tuesday. If you don't know what that means, you have to watch it to find out. But enjoy your college football weekend. We will see you guys on Tuesday.
Adios.